about Google Meet, please feel free. You can unmute and ask me, or you can type it in the chat, whatever is better for you. Okay, so I'm just going to share my screen again and go over a little bit about what else we're going to do in the next little while. Okay, so you should see a Google Slides presentation. This is what I was thinking we could go over today. This is mainly talking about the Seesaw class app, which is hopefully the one you are using. So the Seesaw class app, not the Seesaw family app, the Seesaw class app. So its icon looks like this. I'm mainly going to focus on activities and the journal and the inbox, which are the three main parts of Seesaw. I've also got some resources here that will be in the parent portal. So these slides will be in the parent portal, and then also some resources. So just really quickly, within this slides presentation, I've also included a video. I won't play the video right now, but it's good if you want to come back to it and have a look. I've also linked this video in the resources section. So back to the three main parts, you've got the activities section, which is where teachers post activities for students to complete. And we'll have a look into that in a little bit. The journal, which is like a log of all the activities and responses that the student has made. And here you would just see, what your child has done. And then the inbox is just the area for messages. Teachers can send messages to just the student, or just the parent, or both student and parent. And these messages would also be sent to the email address that is connected to the account. Okay, so those are the three main areas. I'll just hop off presenting for a second. Okay, there's a message here. Good. So Jason's mom, Jin Kin Ju, is that right? Sorry if my pronunciation is off, which it most likely certainly is. If you aren't associated with a class right now, then I would be doing whatever schooling, home learning your child is connected to, if that makes sense. If that's what I'm understanding, you're not at Collingwood yet, but you're coming in next year. You're gonna have to unmute your mic if you want to speak to me.
Yeah, sorry, I just opened my. I just opened my micro.
Okay.
Yeah, so we will join this school next year.
Yeah.
We just got this invitation from Jane.
Yeah.
So I'm just not sure. So if Jason can use this home learning program or not, because actually he is not in the community.
Right, right. Yeah, so I mean, I'm not the person to talk about that. I would direct that to Mark Young, the head of Wentworth.
Mm-hmm.
He would be your man to talk to. And yeah, he could give you some more direction on that.
Okay, great, thank you.
Yeah,
don't worry. So I just got the invitation. I think I should join this meeting to learn how to use this home home learning program and give a parents training.
Sure. Yeah. No, that's a good idea for sure.
Okay. Thank you.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just hop into a demo Seesaw account. So it looks like what you would be seeing, right? The biggest thing that I would say for parents in this situation with home learning is you are using the class app. So you're making sure it's the class app, that you've used the home learning codes from the teachers and you're signed into that class app. At this point, there's no real reason to use the family one unless you want to kind of monitor what's going on from the family aspect. But to be the most effective support for your children, make sure, yeah, you're signed into that class app. Okay, so I'm gonna just jump into a demo account and go through a few of those different parts of Seesaw so you can get a better understanding of it. So I'm gonna present my screen, and and then I'm just gonna hop over to a different account. So for those of you with siblings, this might be a good way to kind of manage one account to the other. So I'm using Google Chrome, which for me is what I prefer. I actually don't know much about Safari, but anyways, up here you see my picture, and this is my account information for work, for my CW, which is my Collingwood email address. I've turned this button on, so syncing. Syncing is really good because it will take whatever information I input on this machine, and then if I sign in to another machine, for example, an iPad or a phone, a tablet, and I sign in with the same information and I turn the sync on there, then it will remember passwords, remember websites, it will transfer bookmarks, all of those kinds of things, which makes moving from one account to the other, if you're thinking about siblings and having to kind of switch devices, it's super helpful. So how you do that on a on a desktop or a laptop is you click the little icon once you're signed in. You would go to add account, and then you would go through the process of adding the account with the right information. So what I'm going to do is jump into the demo account here, and it might ask me to sign in. It might, oh, it doesn't, okay. So if I just open up a blank page, you can see here, this is the test account. I'm signed in, right? I've got all the Google kind of apps loaded here. So this area here is called the waffle. So I can access my account, Gmail, Google Drive. Google Drive is where all the files are stored. So I'll just open a few of these as we are going along, and you can see my email. There's my calendar. There's Google Meet. So you can access Google Meet from there as well. And then down here, you can see I've kind of got some recent areas that I've been. So I'm going to click on my demo class, and the website there is app.seesaw.me. That would be where you would want to go to log in. Okay, so now we're in Seesaw. So there's only one student in this class. The student's name is first name test, last name student. So this is the student here. So just for, demoing, I've done this. The activities area, right? There's no activities that are posted in here right now. But if I were to go down here to class activities, it brings up everything that is either waiting for a response or has been approved. So if I wanted to respond to this activity, I would go here, and instead of this respond again, it would actually be this add response button. It would be the green button, which I think you're all aware of. But Seesaw is really great because it's really visual, right? It has not only, the ability to record, but it has great little icons that are easy for young children to understand. So again, if I were to do this, if I wanted to respond again, we have all sorts of options here. I can bring up the instructions again in kind of a pop-up menu, so I don't have to go back to that other page. I can read over. This tells me that I need to have a conversation with a family member about a favorite memory. I'm going to draw a picture of part of the story, or I can take a photo of a drawing, and I'm going to tell a story about that family memory by recording my voice. And then I'm going to submit it. Here you can see as well, I've got the opportunity to listen to instructions.
Step 1, talk to a family member about one of their favorite memories. Ask them to tell you the story and to share lots.
So all of these parts are kind of, it's going to be a little different based on who the teacher is and how they set it up, but it shows you kind of the potential of what is there, right? So if I wanted to go and just do this assignment quickly, right, I've got all sorts of options. Again, if I forget the instructions, I can bring them up there. You can see I'm in draft form right now. We're looking at 1 of 1 pages, so I'll show you how to add pages in a second. If I wanted to add some text, I just click the button, and I'm going to say, well, Disneyland was my favorite memory, right? So it's pretty easy to move around or to rotate. Kids like to, add fancy things to it. So we can add a fancy background. Right. Here you've got some options too, right? So you can lock it. Right now it is just a bit off. Yeah. Right. So we can lock it so it doesn't move. So it is stuck there. So that's kind of good. Then what we are going to do is record our voice, and I'm going to talk about how wonderful Disneyland was, but how terrifying the roller coasters were. That's it. Press done. I can play that out. I'm going to talk about how wonderful Disneyland was, but how terrifying the roller coasters were. That's it. If I had another page I wanted to add to it, then this is where I could do that. I could take this, add a page, and who knows, I could draw a picture, right? So I've got all my tools down here to draw, right? All sorts of good things. If I wanted to erase it, right? That's how I would do it. There's so many options. I'm not going to keep that one, so I'm going to delete it. Okay, so that's how you can kind of erase things really quickly. And then when you're done, you just click this.
You stopped sharing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Resume. Sorry about that. Thank you for telling me. Resume. All right. And then, yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. Sorry, I just noticed that I was the connection was not very good. Okay, so I'm going to have what we'll see is that it's going to be uploading. Sorry, just give me a second. Okay, so it's not working great right now, but I think we're still, yeah, we're still rolling over here. Does that bring up any questions? Help you understand kind of the general layout of Seesaw? There were a couple more things I want to have a look at, but see if I can get back in there and see if it's working any better. No, it's not. Anyways, there, I'm back in it. It's working a bit better. Okay, sorry, just give me a second, please. You need to go? Because I'm in a presentation with parents right now. Yeah, and can you go, please? This is an important meeting, please. Thanks. Okay. So, thank you for your patience there. I'm just trying to get back in here. I apologize for this. Here we go. So this was the activities page. So what you'll see, right, is if we bounce over to the journal section, we'll see the posts that are waiting to be approved. And so you can see this is waiting to approve. And when it's approved, that'll change to approved and the response will be there. And you can see I've done this a few times this week. So that's why there are so many entries there. The last part is the inbox. And the inbox is just where we're going to receive messages from the teacher. Those messages, like I said before, can be directed at the student, the family, or both the student and the family. And those messages will also be sent to the email account that's linked to Seesaw. So, can I ask, does anyone have any specific questions related to Seesaw? And if Seesaw is good, then we can always open up to other questions related to technology and home learning, for sure.
So excuse me. So I understand. So Seesaw is a tool of a home learning program, right?
Yeah, so Seesaw is the platform that our primary teachers, grades JK, K1, 2, and 3, are using to deliver content curriculum to our students. Yes.
Okay, it's clear. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Any of our other guests have any questions? I think I'll just open it up to, you know, if you have any sort of other tech related questions, any challenges you have, whether it's Seesaw or something else, Google Meet, let me know. And if I can't answer it now, I'll take down your information and I'll go and find out, and then I can always get back to you at a later time.
Yeah. Like I said before, my problem is just how to log in the mycnw.org, like for Tiffany's account, right? So what happened right now, we are doing Seesaw is we just download the app to the computer. It doesn't really connect to her mycw.org account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it an app or okay? So you're
Yeah.
in Chrome, right?
Yeah, Chrome. But the thing is, I can't switch her to, this is it's a Gmail account.
Yeah.
I can't add her to the mycw.org. So what happened right now, like we have Seesaw here,
Yeah.
but just it doesn't relate to anything. If
that Seesaw, is that Seesaw class? Is that the class app?
let me see. Yeah, Seesaw class.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
we have exactly everything you just said. You just like showed us, but the
Yeah.
only thing is the inbox. Like it doesn't relate it to her account. The email, the school email account.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can I just show you? So that looks very similar. Can I go? I'll just present to my screen again.
Sure.
And I'm going to go over here. Just talk to me if any of this doesn't if it doesn't make sense, if I'm going down the wrong path. But what if you click over here, right? And then sign out. And then you get to this screen here. And then try and sign back in again.
Okay, in a second.
And do you have the code that that the teacher shared with you for home learning?
Yeah, I do have it in my email. I do have the code.
Okay, so you can try that, or
so sign out and then sign in again with the code.
Yeah. And you can see where that takes you. And if that works, then that's great. And so you can just go in and out of Seesaw if you'd like, because I don't like, are the teachers using Gmail very much?
No, I don't think so. The teacher gave us let us try to log in. They gave their email address and the password.
Yeah.
I think the teacher tried to ask us to sign in their own like mycw.org account instead of the the Gmail or like iCloud or Hotmail, whatever, right?
Yeah. I found some success just going to a blank Google page. So going, for example, to if I went up here and then I went as guest.
I don't see it. You're not showing like sharing your
Oh,
screen.
okay. Sorry. Let's see. Present. Sorry. Thank you. So what I did there is I went to my name, and then I'm not sure. Does it give you an option to sign in as a guest or to use a guest? So if I click that, and then I go to google.com, it gives me this option to sign in here.
Okay, just hold on. Let me try.
Yeah, give that a go. So just talking to Tamer, I think what you'd want to do to link, you're not linking, there's no linking accounts. There's just, well, if you use the family app, then you would see you would get an email, or you would get the same thing as what you would normally be getting if you're using the family app. But if you're using the class app, then you have to sign in to one child's account, sign out, and then sign into the other one. There's no way to switch the accounts that I'm aware of. Like there's not a way to just switch over. You have to sign in, sign out, and then sign in with the other sibling.
Yeah, because this is specifically for Tiffany, so it's her tablet, so she's using. There's no, I'm not like signing in out or sign out with. Can you see here? I have added this, like, I'm not sure it's clear.
Yeah, it's hard
Like,
for sure. I think
so
I mean, I see her name.
yeah, the first one is her Gmail one, and
Yeah.
an add account like Tiffany Yu at mycw.org.
Yeah.
But when I choose this one, like I don't know, how do I do for the next here? Because it doesn't show the one you show. It has the Seesaw or has a Google Classroom.
Yeah, it's hard for me. Maybe you and I could actually connect at some point, and you could essentially share your screen with me, and I could see what you were talking about. It's very hard for me to see what your to see what kind of the options are. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's pretty complicated. How about this? I email you. I will take some few pictures and my questions. I email you first, and maybe we can make a time if you can, solve the problem.
Yeah,
for me.
no problem.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Okay, no problem. Yeah. Judy, I would just say, like I said before, I'm not in a position to say if Jason can use it or not. I just don't know. You definitely would be best talking to Mark Young, head of Wentworth, and then he could give you a better idea about that.
Okay, I understand. Thank you.
Okay.
I will contact her. Thank you very much.
All right. Yeah, you bet. Okay. Any other questions out there? Any other? It doesn't have to be related to Seesaw. Okay, well, like I said, I was gonna just share a few resources with you. So this presentation will be on the parent portal. I think I'm still presenting, so this is a really good PDF from Seesaw. It just gives you some really good tips on home learning for families. Some good structure. I know Collingwood as well has provided quite a bit of information about that, but always good to read over some of the work out there that these educational organizations are putting out. This is a link too, so if you click on it, it'll take you to the page, and there, you can have a look at it. But it's got some good resources on it. Okay. You've also got home learning for students with Seesaw. So these are all links. This is a link to YouTube, and it's just got a whole bunch of different videos directly from Seesaw. So they're good quality. They're going to be really focused on the platform itself and nothing else. So it's just got a whole bunch of different things. So if you're kind of struggling with any part of how to use Seesaw, this is a great way to go and take 3, 4, 5 minutes and learn how to do it. So that's linked in there as well. I found this to be quite helpful. FAQs, so everything from home learning codes to some common troubleshooting. What's the difference between the Seesaw class versus the family app? And then, using the class app at home. So another really good spot to, learn some more. Okay. The kids are laughing upstairs. Just gonna close the door. So my son, although he doesn't go to Collingwood, he's in grade 3. So he's doing exactly what your kids are doing. He's using Seesaw and using the home kind of home learning model, using the class Seesaw app. And yeah, again, the importance of us as parents to be on top of how that platform works is so important, because it will have, the more prepared we are, the more we know about, how they're learning, the more effective that experience is going to be for those kids. So thank you for everything that you're doing to support your children. I know this is a very different time, and obviously you are kind of that primary contact for your child in not only a parental way, but now, teaching as well. So thank you for taking the time to learn a little bit today. And I hope you learned something from it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you bet. And if you have any questions, again, my email is in the thread here, so you can email me, and I'll get back to you and try and get to the bottom of whatever challenges you're having.
Yeah, I'll definitely email you.
Okay, thank you, Vivian. Yep, do please.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Nice to see you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. Take care. Bye.
Bye bye.
Is your meeting over?